So guys, continuing from the last video where we have left, we are making the device driver and firmware for our INA 219 based current modules, and we have in the first video understand its basic electrical parts and understanding. Now we will get to know about its programming and we will make its firmware. So now let's start the video. Now starting from the first statement which we have started, so we have get to know that what exactly is current sense amplifier, and we know via the I2C interface we will communicate with the INA 219 chip. Okay, now INA 219, as I have told, it's an op-amp, so it has two analog inputs, input positive and input negative, connected to shunt resistor in the bus of interest. In the bus of interest here means across with the series, in series with the bus, and shunt resistor is connected in series with my load, so that is what it means, connected to a shunt resistor in the bus of interest in with the series of my load. Okay, now INA 219 senses the voltage drop across the shunt for shunt voltage and senses the voltage with respect to ground from negative for the bus voltage. So from this value we will get the from this we will get the current value across the shunt and the load current. Why? Because whatever the voltage across my shunt resistor, that will be directly proportional to the current that is being that is current flowing through my shunt resistor, and then that voltage, small voltage value of shunt voltage, is amplified to high voltage and then fed to ADC. So from here we can get the current value of our load, and the voltage value across the load is being sensed from the V input V in negative terminal and the ground. Okay, so like from the V in negative terminal and via the ground, that will be our bus voltage, and from V in positive and V in negative we will get the shunt bus current. Okay, so that is the two ways by which you get the voltage and current readings of a bus, and from which we will calculate the power. Okay, now when it comes to programming the INA 219 chip, it's a very intelligent IC. Okay, so it does all the power, voltage and current calculations inside it only. We just have to access its registers and calibrate its calibration registers and configuration registers so as to get the proper voltage, current and power values. So now for measuring the current and the power values, we have to input the resolution of the current resistor and the value of the shunt resistor. Okay, so value of a shunt resistor in our INA 219 is R100, so that is our 0.1 ohms only, and resolution of this current resistor, that is the current LSB. Okay, that will current LSB is the one that determines the resolution of my current resistor. So we have to calculate the current LSB, and the shunt resistor value should be inputted, which are used for calculation of my calibration resistor. As we can see, calibration resistor value is this one, current LSB into R shunt. Current LSB is our current resolution only, and current resolution is calculated by the maximum expected current upon 2 raised to power 15. And so does my power LSB is 20 into current LSB. Okay, calculation of calibration resistor is very important so as to get the current and the power readings. Now the maximum load voltage that I have configured is 32 voltage. Okay, so that is my maximum bus voltage that will be there is the 32 voltage, and for it we have to configure the configuration register. Okay, and in the configuration register my BRNG will be equals to 1. Okay, as here it is BRNG bit is equals to 1 for 32 voltage. Then my shunt resistor voltage across my shunt resistor will be configured, and that will be configured, I have configured for 320 millivolts. Okay, that is maximum voltage that will be across my shunt resistor will be 0.32 voltage. Okay, and for it we will be configuring PGA bits in 1. Okay, so shunt resistor value we have using the 0.1 as our onboard module of INA 219. It is R100 value, that is of 0.1 ohm. Okay, so now my maximum shunt current is equals to my V shunt max upon R shunt, and my V shunt max is 0.32 volt, so and R shunt is 0.1, so my maximum shunt current will be 3.2 milliampere. Now this maximum shunt current will be equals to my maximum expected current. Okay, and that's how we will calculate the current LSB, that is the current resolution which I am talking about for calculation of my calibration resistor. Because my current LSB is maximum expected current by 2 raised to power 15, my maximum current is 3.2 ampere and 2 raised to power 15 is 32767. So my resolution of current is 0.000097, okay, per bit. Okay, so that is sorry, this one will be ampere, not microampere. Okay, so this is per bit, that is a per bit of ADC will be having the current value of 0.997 microampere. Okay, so taking it approximate value of 0.001 ampere. Okay, for making it approximately. So that is my current resolution value, that is current LSB value. Now from this we will calculate the calibration resistor value, and calibration resistor value is according to this formula will be this, and we will get it to be 4096. So now coming to the register maps of our INA 219. So the INA 219 has only 6 registers: configuration register, shunt voltage, bus voltage, power, current voltage readings, and the calibration registers. Out of all these 6 registers, the main very important 2 registers are the calibration and the configuration registers. Configuration register is the one that will configure my INA 219, that is what is the ADC resolution we are using, what is the programmable gain which we are using, maximum shunt voltage to input to the current sense amplifier, and all other such settings. And when we put the calibration register, we have to configure the calibration register so as to get the power and the current readings. Okay, so we will just first see the configuration register. So range, so 0 voltage, 16 voltage, 1 is 32 voltage. The bus voltage is that maximum bus voltage that we can configure, we can calculate. So that we can configure it in 2 modes, either maximum 16 voltage or maximum 32 voltage. By default it is 32 voltage. Then here comes my programmable gain function. Range of this shunt voltage, that is the op-amps, current sense amplifier, VN positive and VN negative, they get the input voltage, differential voltage from my shunt resistor. So my differential voltage across the shunt resistor, I can configure it that what will be its range. Either it will be of maximum 40 millivolt, 80 millivolt, 160 millivolt or 320 millivolt, and probably correspondingly my gain will shift. So if I am getting the differential input voltage, differential voltage across the current sense amplifier of 40 millivolts, then my gain will be 1, and if I am getting the 320 millivolt, then my gain will be divided by it. Okay, so we can configure it in such a way, and this parameter is very important for calculation of my shunt resistor. Why so? Because if the shunt resistor value R is equals to the V into I, so whatever the value of my R, that will directly implement will give me the voltage across the shunt resistor, and that voltage across shunt resistor should lie within this range. Okay, so this is important thing for selecting the shunt resistor value. And then these are my ADC resolution. For these are bit 7 to 8 and bit 3 to 6. First is my bus ADC resolution and second is my shunt ADC resolution. Okay, so what ADC bit resolution I am using: 9 bit, 10 bit, 12 bit, or the number of samples if we have to configure by number of samples, and the conversion time that we are configuring. And then this is the operating mode, that is INA 219 can run in various modes. It can run in, like, it can only configure, it can only calculate the bus voltage, it can only calculate the shunt voltage, other parameters it will not calculate, or it will calculate the shunt voltage and bus voltages when triggered. Okay, when triggered by an external source, then only it will calculate, or it will continuously keep on calculating the shunt or bus voltage. Okay, and the ADC is off, that is no voltage conversions will be there, it will not be used, or in the power down mode. Okay, so we will be using the shunt and bus in the continuous mode, that is continuously keep on calculating the bus and the shunt voltage values. Okay, and then we have the shunt voltage reading registers and the bus voltage reading registers. Okay, power register, current voltage register reading values, and then in the end we have the calibration register. That is very important so as to get the current and the power readings from our INA 219 chip. Okay, so now we will just move to our code, and first we will understand. So that's it for now. Like the video, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notified for new videos, and share it with your friends.